Happy Memorial Day and welcome to Ace Adams Field here at Penn Park on the campus of the University of Pennsylvania for the 2029 Circuit Championship game presented by Nike between the nation's best and nationals. I am Brett Manning alongside Marty Kuprion. The Nationals come in with an undefeated record in pool play and the #1 seed. Armed with multiple Circuit All-Americans, this team's dangerous all over the field. Meanwhile, Nation's Best comes in as the 3rd seed, upsetting BBL National in the semifinal. Led by their All-American goalie, Christian Calderoni, Nation's Best will look to keep this game close with their dynamic netminder. With the view of the Philly skyline behind us, who will rise to the top today? Coach Coop.
Thanks, Brett. Really pumped to be here at Penn Park. This game opened up with the Nationals taking a face-off. Nation's Best ended up deflecting a pass, taking it down the other end, so both teams get an early touch here.
Quinn Mackey with the ball for Nation's Best. He passes it over to Connor McKeon. Pass it back to Mackey. Mackey's one guy to keep an eye on today. He leads Nation Best in scoring, but great defense there by the Nationals. By Jack Boland, who's also a face-off man. He's an All-American for the Nationals. Oh, in transition, a close miss there by Cooper Lilly, dynamic lefty midfielder, Coach Coop. He's another All-American for the Nationals. He's part of their three-headed monster at attack.
Looks like they're loading something up here. A lot of players away from the ball here, and they're going to dodge, see if they can draw a slide.
K. McMahon passes it around the Brady Place. Over to Boland. Boland back to Place, to Boland again. And here's this initial dodge here from Connor Burton. Burton sweeps across to the left. He looks, sees nothing, passes it forward over to Boland. Back behind the X to Merrick. Now it's Cooper Lilly. Lilly with the ball with a strong dodge. Shot and a miss, backed up by Boland. Now over to Mikey Merrick.
Two names I heard in the parking lot were Mikey Merrick and Connor Burton. Just a couple parents and fans talking about those guys as being guys to watch today, Brett. And what's a game without a little shot clock reset controversy? Honestly, the whole spring, every game we coached high school, I feel like a couple times at least. So the good and the bad of the shot clock. Talk about why they're using the shot clock.
Yeah, the circuit rules are a little bit different than what these kids are used to playing. 12-minute quarters, they have a shot clock, 80 seconds to get a shot. If it resets, 60 seconds from there. Also with the penalty as well, we'll reset to 60 seconds. So speeds up the gameplay, the pace of it, but it's also what's being used at the highest level. And I think it's exciting. It's what these kids need and get used to, and it allows for more opportunities and more scoring. And I think that's the result of the Nationals' fast pace of play, is because they take advantage of the shot clock.
This guy looks familiar. I think this is Kane Primanti from Next, dodging. He's a lefty, but he's dodging down the righty alley there to initiate.
There you go, Nationals now inverting the ball. This is the aforementioned Mikey Merrick. They're going to swing the ball around. We got a nice cut and look. Oh, it just missed off the post. There's a shot by K. McMahon. K. McMahon, he's an attack/midfielder. He's got great size. He's 3rd on the team in points with 37. He's got 27 goals. That leads the Nationals. Hence why they draw him with number 35 for Nation's Best. Cassio Foster goes by nickname Cookie. Oh, what a feed. A feed and finish. It's Cooper Lilly with the feed, and it looks like an
I think it was number 9, Merrick.
Merrick with the inside finish. So that, once again, as we talked about the start of this broadcast, is the attack for the Nationals, and they get them going right there, and they take an early 1-0 lead.
Yeah, really just a lot of chances at offense there, and they found someone on the inside a couple times there, and that next look got it. So see what happens on this face-off. They're 2 for 2 on the face-offs. The Nationals have a chance here to take a little bit more momentum.
Yeah,
see if they keep looking inside.
That's Boland there with the face-off. He's got 35 ground balls. He's faced off at a 71% clip this year for the Nationals, and it helps when you can get the ball back to your team with such a dynamic offense that the Nationals have. Give them another scoring opportunity. 8 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Nationals leading 1-0. Behind with the ball's Connor Burton. He does a little shake. He gives it to Cade. And Cade McMahon just flips it on net. What a finish. It's an early 2-0 lead by the Nationals.
Yeah, 22 just looks like one of the bigger guys out there. He's been open a couple times. That time he got his head around, got a good look at the goal and put it on just inside the pipe. Nice finish. I would expect him to get a lot more shots.
So the top 4 point scorers for the Nationals all involved. That's Merrick, Burt, and Lily and McMahon all chipping in, whether it's an assist or goal. And now they lead 2-0. 7:20 to go here in the first. It's a big face-off for Quinn Mackey and Nation's Best, trying to get them possession, get them back on the offensive end.
There we go. He gets it.
Good counter with Mackey. Leads a fast break. Now the Nation's Best with it. A quick turnover. It's a great check by John Jean Pascalokis of Nation's Best, as he's able to get his stick in there, and they come down on offense again. So Mackey wins the face-off, but they turn the ball over. Marty, it just seems like that's a play you probably want to pull down and get possession. It's been all Nationals here to start the game.
Yeah, sometimes that's how lacrosse goes. You know, you're pushing the break and trying to get a good one while you have an advantage, and it doesn't go your way, and all of a sudden it seems like a really bad decision. But I think if I'm Nation's Best, I'm looking to put the ball through X, settle some nerves, and they certainly need a stop here.
So Bowling with the ball now for Nation's Best. It looks like they're going to bring the ball up top. They got this 3 offensive set up top, and they're going to dodge from the high wing. And here it comes with Bolin dodging on Mackey. Bolin with the sweep. He rolls it back to McCann. He gets a quick shot. McMahon just misses the net. He's got 3 shots already. He's looking to fire at any opportunity he gets, and that's why he has 27 goals for a reason, is that he's going to shoot it. Now back with the ball is Cooper Lilly, the lefty, goes around the corner and scores. Cooper Lilly gets his 2nd goal of the game. A great individual effort off their restart. And it is 3-0 Nationals as Nation's Best calls an early timeout. The Nationals are buzzing on all cylinders, Marty. It just seems like once they get the ball down there to their attack, they get the ball behind the net, good things happen for Nationals.
Yeah, those guys are definitely confident. They're dodging hard, and sometimes they're dodging hard to swing it and swing it again. Some really nice stuff off ball, and I would say 22 looks like he's going to be a guy that's getting open inside, and really Nation's Best. Just going to have a timeout here, talk about things, try to settle down. A lot of lacrosse left, and it's nice that they have a chance to talk here. The summer tournaments and things like that, the games go so fast, running clock, so the different format here has been really fun.
Yeah, it's great because now they get 2 timeouts, and when they get a timeout, the clock stops. So in typical format plays that these guys are used to, it's running clocks or maybe 10-minute quarters or their halves, and then the clock runs. Now this allows the opportunity for the Nation's Best coaching staff to bring the guys in, settle them down, and try to get something here and be like, hey, now we're win a face-off. Let's get the ball behind at X. Let's settle it down and get a good offensive series, knowing that they've been playing a lot of defense. And if you're the Nationals coaching staff, they're just going to keep doing what they're doing, because when they get the ball in offense, they're doing good things. And I was watching them yesterday in their semifinal game, and what I would note is that they were very good off ball. They had a lot of cuts. They were moving really well. They had good offensive sets, as we've seen here today with their offensive sets, and they've been able to score as a result. And that's why they got the early 3-0 lead.
Brett, what a cool venue, Penn Park. So just wanted to thank you, Next, and the people at 3-Step, the circuit, for putting this together. Anyone that's listening, this is a really unique event for us, even as longtime lacrosse rats. So thanks for being here.
Yeah, this is what a background. When you say you're doing an event in Philadelphia, it's usually the suburbs, and we have this opportunity to do it here at Penn Park. So this is great. This is where the championships are held. This is where the national teams compete. So you see Nation's Best change it up at the face-off X. They go Ranger Greg, and he's got he loses the face-off to the Nationals, and now it's the Nationals with the ball here. Nationals looking to get into their offense. Carrying the ball is Connor Horner. He's going to swing the ball back around down to Cooper Lilly. Lilly with the ball, he's dodging hard. Gets the ball at X. Lilly's still carrying the ball. It's great defense played there by Nation's Best. Hayes Capella all over Cooper Lilly. Merrick with the ball, he swings it back up.
Almost like they're buying a little time to set this up. They're high. I like how Nation's Best is kind of not going out there and chasing the bait too much, but really you got to sure things up inside. If
they go in a little 3-1-2 set, where then they pop off McMahon here off the crease, and then they get into their offense. The impressive thing about the Nationals is the way that they've been able to move the ball around. They're not dropping it. They're throwing at their sticks. And it's been a lot of initiation by number 5, Cooper Lilly right there. And he scores again. Cooper Lilly with a great little inside roll. And he's just having his way today. Cooper Lilly already with the hat trick here in the first quarter. It's 4-0 Nationals. It just seems like when the Nationals get the ball behind Marty, they're having good things. And a lot of that is the result of Cooper Lilly.
Yeah, so I guess, Brett, if you're on Nation's Best defense as a short stick defender or as a coach, what are you thinking you can do differently to get those guys more uncomfortable? Because it looks like that lefty attackman is heating up. He's got a few goals. What can you do?
If I'm Nation's Best coaching staff, is the National wins the faceoff, Bo Benelli, it's that I'm trying to slide early. You know, let's try to slide early when they start to dodge, get the ball out of their sticks, and try to force them. And there's another easy goal. A nice feed from Merrick to McMahon. He gets his second goal of the game. Merrick gets the assist, his second assist. So he's got 2 assists. McMahon's got 2 goals. So that 3-headed monster of Lilly, McMahon, and Merrick are putting up a ton of points right now. They're involved in every single goal except for one with Burton chipping in on assists. It's 5-0, 3:20 to go here in the first quarter as Quinn Mackey going back out there for the face-off against Bo Benelli. Face-off won by Quinn Mackey as Nation's Best is finally trying to get a series here on offense. Coach Coop, it seems like an eternity as we only have about 3 minutes left here in the first quarter, and this might be their first offensive possession since the first moment of the game.
Looks like they're taking a shorty behind and going to try to exploit that, draw a slide, and get something here. So let's hope they can get cooking.
Nation's Best is trying to work the ball around here and try to get a good possession as Mason Tattlebaum, he then passes it off to Sam Kumin. Sam Kumin's going to initiate for Nation's Best. He's going to take the ball here behind at X. We get a pick as Kumin turns a corner. He gets a sidearm shot, just misses wide, and it's going to be backed up by Nation's Best. With 2:20 to go here in the first quarter.
That's Nasty Nate backing that up there.
Little Nasty Nate, for those of you who don't know, it's going to be an initiation by Nate Herbst. He gets a nice feed inside. Oh, and what a save!
Yeah, Hanks with a great take. I think that was Hunter Poet, the goalie, making a stick-side high save. But really, Nation's Best got a quality look there.
Yeah.
And it looks like some of their guys got their first touches.
It's like Connor McKee in there, but it was a great save there by Hunter Poet. He just read that all the way to low to high. And that saves them 5. It's still 5-goal lead here for Nationals. And we're only in the first quarter. But at least Nation's Best there was able to get a good offensive set. And that's where you have to kind of build on. A little initiation from behind, a cutter. That was good offense. They just need more of those possessions. Now initiating from behind is oh, what a save by Calderoni, the goalie.
Here we go,
for
the
Nation's
transition
Best
play
in
that could
turn.
spark us here for Nation's Best. Quinn Mackey with Brady Place chasing him down. If I'm him, I'm going right to the rack.
Thank you.
We got a flag down. Mackey with the ball, picks it back up. He can keep possession here with the rules. It will not turn over until the ball goes out of bounds or there is a save on the play. There's Nate behind with the ball for Nation's Best. He looks to turn the corner. He gets triple teamed. He falls down. And now they're going to call it down here. There's going to be a penalty on Nationals. We'll see what it is.
So our first man up of the day, Nation's Best will get the 6-on-5 here. Looks like Hank's 11 is kind of banged up. He took some contact at the end of the play there, trying to fight for more.
Yeah, Hanks tried to go through like the triple team there at the end. He could be opportunistic just because the flag was down, so they knew that he had a free possession. As Nation's Best here goes on the man up, trying to get something to spark him here. This would be great at the end of the first quarter to get a goal, to give him a little bit of momentum heading into the second. It's Quinn Mackey. Looks around, he passes it off. With it now, it's Connor McKeon back to Mackey, over to Kumin. Feeds it over to McKay. What a shot finish.
Nice.
That's
one.
Connor McKeon. He gets the feed, and then finally Nation's Best gets on the board. McKeon, his second shot of the game, ends up being a goal, but nice little man-up play there. It's an assist by Kumin over to McKeon, and it is 5-1, and that's the end of the first quarter. Marty, what do you see here? Obviously, it's been all nationals, but what does Nation's Best have to do to get back in the game?
I really like that they had the positive play there. That was an awesome goal by Connor McKeon. I think he's a 3D Garden State guy, but a lefty rip is something to get excited about. So if you're going back into that huddle, you want to forget about the score and just kind of focus on the next play. And really for the Nation's Best guys, just seeing the ball go into the net has to feel good, and having something positive to chirp each other about right now would be the focus.
Yeah, McKeon's an excellent player. He's a 3D Garden State kid. We run the Mid-Atlantic Spring League. It's included 80 teams playing throughout the week in the Mid-Atlantic region here. Most of the games out of Philadelphia. We had 80 teams. Most of them are local, but we had teams come as far as Michigan with the Juice Cherries. McKeon was a Player of the Week for the Spring League, and he's actually, for the Nation's Best 29s, he's incredible on ground balls. He's second on the team with 13, only behind Mackey, and Mackey takes face-off. So he's kind of like a do-it-all kid for them. As we see there, he's a timing room shooter, but he can also play both ways. He had a great off-ball cut, which was the save, but post made. So the best opportunities right now have been made by McKeon for Nation's Best. But for them, it seems like they just got to settle the ball down, take some out, because the Nationals are having their way on offense, and if it keeps happening, this could be a landslide here. You know, you make some adjustments as a coaching staff. What would you do if you're the Nation's Best coaches to make an adjustment here in the second quarter to try to chip away at this 5-1 lead?
Well, it's almost like if the Nationals attack gets it, you're in trouble, and they start to manipulate the D. So I would think about the close defense just pressing out and trying to deny, easy access for the passes to those attackmen, and really starting to make them more uncomfortable. Because if they're comfortable, they're cooking, and they're serving it up.
Yeah, talking about how they got there. Nationals, they're the first seed. 8-0 coming in yesterday, 9-0 after thumping Red Hot Nationals in the semifinals. They averaged almost 17 goals a game, which is the best in the 2029 division.
Wow.
They have that three-headed monster at attack. We talked about Merrick, Lilly, and McMahon. They make up 60% of their scoring, and it's evident today. So with 6 All-Americans that they have, they've been extremely impressive, and a lot of them on the offensive end. As they get the ball back on a face-off win by Jack Boland. He's an All-American in the circuit. He gets the face-off win there, and he does a little bit more than just face-offs. As you see him staying on the field here, he's got great vision. He can shoot. Boland's a kind of do-it-all throwback midi, which has been excellent to see. Now he throws to Connor Burton, another All-American, back to McMahon. He shoots and scores.
That's the same corner that he tagged on the other side, too.
And McMahon with a rip to the bottom corner. He gets his 3rd goal of the game. And just like that, it's 6-1 Nationals.
So if I'm Nationals, we got to keep rolling Jack Boland at the face-off. That seems to be a key to success here. And really a lot of lacrosse left, Brett, so I think we'll see some more runs both ways.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do if you're Christian Calderoni, the All-American goalie. He came into the game at a 77% save percentage and only allowing 2.8 goals a game. His Nation's Best wins the ball forward, Ranger forwards at the face-off win, but then they turn it over immediately. And once again, the ball goes back into the National stick as they look to clear it here.
Love to just watch attackmen on the ride, especially when you're losing. Trying to do anything you can.
Oh, what a handle there by Cooper Lilly as he gets the feed there from William Glenn, an All-American defenseman. They clear it. Now Nationals have the ball, and they look to settle some things down here with an early 6-1 lead.
Go, Jack.
Nationals passing the ball around. Looks like it's going to be initiated by Colin Golden as he looks to sweep across the top. He feeds in cutaway. Looks like it's Boland. It's a shot and a score. Jack Boland gets on the scoreboard here. He gets a goal in addition to what is excellent face-off plays, and now the Nationals lead 7-1.
Yeah, nothing too complicated there. Just a dodge from one side, sweeping across. The midi that was getting dodged towards kind of faded. Said, I'm ready to shoot, give me the ball. And that left-handed bounce shot was pretty nice.
I was talking with Lou Gonzalez yesterday about the team after watching them. He's like, hey, we just have weapons all over the field. And it shows there, other than what we said, Merrick and Lilly, McMahon, now you see Bolin chipping in there. And when your face-off guy, who's also like a two-way midfielder, gets it, there's not much you can do to stop him. And right here, Nationals, Bo Benelli, he wins face-offs at a 66% rate there. He gets another one. Another face-off win for the Nationals. That's been the key right now. Right now, it's Nation's Best only has one face-off win. They're just playing a lot of defense here as the Nationals look to inch up and try to add on to their lead.
Yeah, these guys are actually club teammates for next. Colin Golden taking Sebastian Payon behind with a short stick matchup.
And he feeds it up front. They still try to get it, and then finally he ends up in the stick of Colin Horner. It's guarded by the long pole by Nation's Best. Horner looking for some sort of help. He's trying to swing the ball. Looks like back around the Golden and X. Nation's Best is pressing out. Finally gets the Golden. He takes the ball at X. Shot clock now at 30 seconds left for Nationals. Golden with the ball, dodges through X, feeds it up top. A shot and goal by Nationals. It's number 27, Gabriel Maselli. He chips in now. He finally gets on the scoreboard. Maselli. It is 8-1 Nationals. And you see there's an attack change for the Nationals. Maselli comes in. They now move McMahon down to attack. So they take Merrick out. And then they're still rolling. It doesn't matter who's in there at offense. The Nationals still find ways to score. And we got a violation now on Nation's Best, Ranger Greg. The Nationals win another face-off. 8-1 here. Nationals over Nation's Best in the 2029 Circuit All-American, Circuit Championship game. I'm Brett Manny alongside Marty Couprion. We're here at Ace Adams Field on the beautiful campus at Penn Park. 7:25 to go in the second quarter. Nationals leading 8-1. We get a dodge by Place. He finds McMahon, who spins away from pressure. A deflection. And Nation's Best coming up with the ball is Cassio Foster, who goes by the nickname Cookie. He gets it over to Cal Gironi as they look to clear here with Nation's Best. Nation's Best clearing. A little early transition, and it is stopping. Here's a strip. We got a turnover in the middle of the field. Looks to be pushed from the back. Ball will go back over to Nation's Best as they tried to get a little bit opportunistic there on the fast break as they get their first possession here. The second quarter, we almost had 6 minutes go by, Marty, and they're just getting their second possession on offense here for Nation's Best.
Yeah, I heard the name Cookies. I think that's one of their energy guys. You want to hear his name more, making some plays, getting the ball on the ground, starting clears. And it was nice to see their pole push it across and give them a different type of look, but we got a nice save there, and it's going the other way.
An early offense by Nation's Best, but the save by Post right into his stick. If I'm Nation's Best, I know you have to make up the difference of the 7 goals, but you probably want to get the ball around, get it on offense, not try to shoot in the first 20 seconds of the shot clock. That's going to drive your coach crazy. And then we get a diving take. Look at it, it's going to be in the crease. It's Lilly.
Yeah,
with
he was
the
going
dynamic
for it.
take. He was going for it all right there. Full send mode by Lilly, diving into the crease.
He's been hitting that the R1, that turbo button, ever since he scored that second goal. He's like, I'm just going for it.
Here's Cookie carrying the ball over for Nation's Best as he gets into the offensive zone. He's looking for someone, and then he finally throws it and gets off it. See, if I'm Nation's Best here, I'm trying to get the ball around, get a good possession, get the ball behind through X, and see what we got. Work some of the clock. They got 57 seconds left on the shot clock. They got to give their defense a break. Now with the ball for Nation's Best, taking it behind is Sam Kuhlman. They were effective in the first quarter when they initiated from behind. And as he's going to take the ball behind, he's got Connor Burton. Great defense by Burton. As Kuhlman looks to get his hands free, he can't. There's a flag down on the play. He swings the ball back over to Bo Benelli. Turn, rip, and a save by Hunter Post. Hunter Post saw the ball the entire way. Nation's Best actually gets a good look with the flag down.
Yeah, I think that was actually Luke Moy, coach, getting the shot off. I liked what Nation's Best did there, and you just got to hope they can bury another one here and get some more momentum.
So Poet gets his third save of the game. Nation's Best will go man up for the second time today. They're already 1 for 1 Their only opportunity on man up. 4:32 to go here in the second quarter. Nation's best on man up. So ball will be getting worked around here. It's Theo Peck. Swings it over. Mackey has the ball. Over to Herbst. Swings it back again to Kuhlman. And now they're looking to get into their man up offenses. Nationals will press out a little bit. They did that in the first one. You got an early shot, and it's a miss. A left-handed take by Connor McKeon of Nation's Best. Now with the quick shot and finish, what a goal.
There. Nation's Best won the whistle. They were more ready, and they got the best look they've had.
Yeah, that's Kuhlman. His first goal of the game. He had an assist earlier to McKeon. Kuhlman gets the goal. Assist by Hanks there. And now Nation's Best gets on the board. They're 2 for 2 on the man up. And now they trail 8-2. In the second quarter, about 3 minutes to go here. It is Nationals 8, Nation's Best 2. And now they're doing a little, it looks like they're double pulling the wings here because of the success at Nationals at the face-off X. And once again, it doesn't stop anything with this. Jack Boland wins another, goes down in transition. He fakes a shot, he shoots. What a save by Cal Jordan. Jack Boland picks it up, he scores.
Wow.
What a finish, what an individual effort there by Boland. He ends up getting his second goal of the game. What a play. Boland wins the face-off. He goes down, he box fakes the pass, he gets a shot. Calderoni makes the great initial save, but no one's around to pick the ball up except for Boland, and he just dumps it in the back of the net. Nationals take a 9-2. What a backbreaker that is after Nation's Best scores the man-up goal, and within 10 seconds, Boland with the answer. So Boland's going to get a breather here. Bo Benelli comes in. Talk about embarrassment of riches, Marty. He comes in. He's doing 66% at the face-off dot. And there's the win by Benelli right there as he gets a face-off win against Ranger Greg. Another one for the Nationals here. They're trying to add to their 9-2 lead.
We can hear the Nation's Best defense communicating, which is good. Let's see if they can get a stop.
McMahon with the ball, shoots.
Was good. They got to his hands there.
Yep. Good offensive possession by the Nationals. McMahon probably could have stepped in a little bit as they look to go the other way.
Coach.
A little transition. It's Ranger Greg. He passes the ball over. Shot, no save. What a take.
Let's see if they can win the whistle again.
What a take by Thomas Perkins. He gets a good shot off a bouncer. Hunter Poet makes a phenomenal save just off the top of his stick. Nation's Best with the ball. It's going to reset the shot clock. 1:41 to go in the second quarter.
Physical take here.
Agent Steiner with the take. He dodges hard to 5-5 as he throws back to X. He just throws it over the head of Sebastian Payon. And we're right there, that kills you. And you get a shot, a good take, and then you try to force something. And as a result, now Nationals have the ball, and they almost can hold out for the last shot with 70 on the shot clock and about 1:13 to go in the game. It's going to be tough for Nation's Best to get one here as Nationals can almost try to play down to the end here and try to use as much clock as possible with a 7-goal lead, 9-2, 1 minute to go here in the second quarter. Lilly with the ball behind, he keeps his heads up, he looks, he tries to find a cutter in place, just misses his stick. Ball rolling over towards midfield. Wife's going to be offsides, and here we go, here's a chance for Nation's Best. The ball got thrown over the Nation's Best now with the ball with a chance to score here. 40 seconds.
Let's get one and a flag.
Theo Peck with the ball for Nation's Best. He's looking for something. He's got no one. Still has the ball. 30 seconds to go in the second quarter. Peck drives to his right with the spin move. Peck, 2 spin moves to his left hand. He gets a shot and another save by Poet. What a great save. He's got 5 saves already. He gets that one down low. We got 17 seconds to go. Nationals in transition, bringing the ball to the field. It's John Jean Pasalokis. He tries to find it over to an attackman. He throws it over his head. There's 8 seconds left in the second quarter. This is probably going to do it as Nation's Best chucks the ball down the field. Nothing down there. So that's a wrap for the first half here in the 2029 championship game at the circuit presented by Nike. Nationals 9, Nation's Best 2. As the coaches bring it in here, we talked about at the top of the broadcast, Marty, the attack unit for the Nationals. They came to play.
Yeah, they are as advertised. Those guys are either drawing slides or they're getting to the rack. So you need to slide to them quick, you need to slide to them hard, and you better have some help behind you because they're ready to swing it. So definitely an impressive group. And I think these teams have played before. They know each other well. So we'll see if things can change in the second half for Nation's Best.
Yeah, Lily's been incredible. He's got 3 goals. We talked about McMahon. He's got 3 goals. They make up for 6. Bolin has been impressive at the faceoff X, doing everything he can there and chipping in with 2 goals as well. So between winning 6 faceoffs and 2 goals, Jack Bolin has been all over the field. The defense for Nationals hasn't had to do much, and Hunter Poet has been solid in net. So it's been a great first half. 9-2 Nationals leading over Nation's Best. The difference right now has been the faceoffs. As Nationals has continued to win the faceoffs, Nation's Best just, it seems like they're not even getting the ball on offense. And we don't get the ball on offense, or once you do, you get there and then you turn it over right away or take a bad shot. It results in giving the ball back to a dynamic offense. If I'm the Nation's Best coaching staff, I'm trying to settle the ball down. There's still plenty of time. Because of the way that the format is with the circuit, you get to 12-minute quarters. You get the timeouts, you will have time, and there's a shot clock, so you can't just hold the ball for 3 minutes at a time. Yep. They will get those possessions. I think if they do that, they'll get good looks. It's just about being patient.
Yeah, I think they have to be optimistic in the second half, just like you said. Really, these guys are 6th graders, so you kind of look at it as a new half, anything could happen, and they're national teams. So kids from all over, sometimes they look like a total team that everything's flowing. Other times might be a little disconnected. That's kind of how these opportunities might be. But if I'm them, I'm kind of rallying, trying to be a great teammate, an energy raiser, and make some small plays together, right? A face-off, winning the whistle off the end line, a successful clear, and really go have some fun. Like, that's why we're here. Your career is not going to end today at Penn Park. So I think for those guys, like, loosen up, go have some fun, be a great teammate, and whether the score's on your side or not, like, enjoy this moment. Very cool opportunity here, and a lot of fans, and really fanfare too. So I would say pressure's off. Pressure's off. Let's go have some fun.
Yeah, I think Nationals, having that 7-goal lead gives them enough of a cushion that they can slow the game down a little bit. And Nation's Best wants to speed it up at times too, but it comes down to winning faceoffs, getting possessions, and look like how they got here. The Nationals, there's a reason why they haven't lost a game, and we're seeing it right now with a 7-goal lead. Nation's Best was the 3rd seed, so they upset BBL National in the semifinals to come into this game. It should be a battle of offense. It's the Nationals' offense. They're first in the circuit. Nation's Best is the 2nd offense. They're averaging 9.8 goals a game, but they only got 2 up there on the scoreboard. But they've also had the 2nd best defense of only allowing 4.1 goals, but yet they've allowed 9 of this potent offense. But this is an offense for the Nationals that, as I said earlier, is almost averaging 17 goals a game, and they're on pace for that right now with 9 at halftime. So you're looking for a game that was going to be high-powered. It still might be, but right now everything's going the Nationals' way. And like you said, you just got to have some fun. You made it to this point in time. This journey for them started in October, and now it's May. And you still have 24 minutes to make a difference.
And you're still super proud of representing your team, your school, your township, and your family, and go kind of let it all hang out here in the second half. Brett, just a little bit of history for our listeners on national teams. How did we get here? And were the Nationals one of the first of this kind of conglomerate teams, or how do you explain that?
Yeah, Lou Gonzalez, who runs the national program, has kind of been a pillar for having national teams, and we were working with him to see how we could create an environment for just national teams rather than them going to regular events and playing as a national team. And some of these kids, they play on great club teams, but they're looking for additional exposure and to play with not just kids in their area or region, but from all over. So these national teams, they need kids from at least 3 different states.
Okay.
They got to be age verified, so they're making sure that these kids are all the right age that they should be.
Good.
There's a lot that has gone into this and the process, and a big tip of the hat over to Peter Lawrence at Next 2. He's done a great job of making sure this is done the right way. We got Nike on board, and the whole social media presence has been great, and the follow-up from 3 Steps. So to be able to see all these teams come together. Next year, you're going to have True National. They're going to join the circuit, Mojo National, which is based out of that lower Maryland, D.C. area, Northern Virginia. So I think that will add some more teams and talent. And I think it's only going to grow from here. I mean, you look at it, nation's best, mostly New England kids, Massachusetts, Connecticut, but also some kids from Philadelphia that are on the team. Cal Gironi, the goalie, he's a Florida kid.
IMG guy,
he's
right?
He's an IMG kid, as Cassius, their coach, was telling us. So they're from all over. And Nashville, same thing. North Carolina, they have Philly kids. They're littered all over this field. And I think that's what's great to see, the growth of the game. It's not just Maryland, Baltimore, Philly. These kids are now competing from all over. Quinn Mackey, as we mentioned, Vinny's best. He's a Texas kid.
Yeah.
So to be able to see him come here and devote his time is awesome. As we talked about, Mackey taking the face off the nation's best, wins it forward, but it's all nationals there with the ball. A good scoop. Bolin trying to get his stick on it. It looks like Weston Wild was in there. We got a procedure call. The ball's going to go over to nation's best. So it's a good start as they get the ball on offense here to start the second half. Let's see what they have in the cooker.
Going towards the skyline, too. You got to like that.
Yeah, with the skyline here at the background. For anyone who hasn't been to Penn Park, directly behind us is the skyline in Philadelphia. Almost so close you feel like you could throw a lacrosse ball and hit it. It's that close. It's a beautiful setting we have here for Memorial Day. And an early turnover as Mackey turns the ball over, picked up by Lucas Gade of the Nationals, but he turns it over as Brady Place picks it up. He's checked.
Boys are playing.
Great defense by Connor McKeon.
Here we go.
As now Lucas, nation's best, looks to push. Get the ball over. Nate Herbst, he looks for something, doesn't have anything. Gets back to McKeon. What a take by McKeon.
To McKeon.
Hanks gives it to McKeon. Hanks gets his second assist, his second look to McKeon. That's been a good little combination there for nation's best. And it is now 9-3.
Yeah, call Lloyd Banks. We are in the second half.
Oh, Hanks with a great vision. Looked to go to the net, didn't have anything. He sees Connor McKeon streaking there. McKeon gets his second rip. That low to high seems to be working.
How about the ride back starting that play? Number 10 from Nationals. Brady Place looked like he was going to start a break going one way. Nation's best had 2 or 3 guys ragging it, and really just with effort turned that ball over and got the goal they were looking for. Man, riding, ground balls, being physical, and being ready for some confrontation here in the second half are some keys for nation's best.
It's a good start here. 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. Nation's best getting a goal there, trimming the deficit to 6. It's now 9-3. Nationals moving the ball around. There's Merrick with the spin move. He's trying to get something, keeps his head up, can't find anything. Good defense by Ryan Betts. He's all over him like white on rice. And now Merrick looking for some space for an outlet as he swings the ball around. Nationals are going to get it, finally making its way over to Colin Golden as he's going to initiate with the sweep.
You see those coaches kind of signaling, I think, those lower defenders just be slide ready.
And you can't do that. Golden then finds
Yeah.
Cooper Lilly. That's not someone that you want to leave off of. Lilly gets his 4th of the game. And yeah, he was open for 2 or 3 seconds. Lilly just coming up the hash marks. Golden with a good feed finds him there, and just like that, the lead goes back to 7 as Nationals 10, nation's best 3. 9 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Be interesting to see how they play that the next time. That 3 high dodge. They're really dodging to pass and cut off of that.
You look at the Nationals looking to dodge. It's more of a sweep. They try to get a sweep. If they can't, they dodge down the alley. And then what they're doing is they're just trying to give it to one of their 3 attackmen, whether that's at X or they're trying to find McMahon on the crease. They've been successful at that. But really, it looks like it's just they're setting up from up top, and they're really not trying to shoot those alley shots. And then what they're doing is they're working really hard to get shots at 5 and 5. So nation's best now with the ball on offense, and they're looking to invert. This is where they've been successful before. Taking the ball back at X is Kuman. He looks to give a little shake, a right-to-right dodge. It comes up the corner. He doesn't have anything. Great slide. Pressure by National. Swings it over to Mackey with the hitch and a big outside shot. Hits off the pipe. And it's going to be a reset. Ball goes back to nation's best. And this
Coach, you have some kind of connection to Kuman? Is he in
Just Saul
Firewolves?
Koeman, his dad is one of our owners for the Firewolves. Great guy. And there's a
Oh,
shot take by
Mackey.
Mackey.
There you
He
go.
gets on the board, the nice little spin move. Mackey with the ball for the nation's best. He takes it upon himself to score. Mackey's a big kid, so he just used the size to his advantage there, Coach. He dodged to his left, rolled back to his right on the bouncer, and he was able to sneak it by. Poet right there for the goal, and now it is 10-4 Nationals.
And he walks right back to the face-off X, too.
I mean, Mackey has 14 goals coming into today. That's first on the team, 3 assists. Leads the team in ground balls with 29 because of this, with the face-off threat. So he's got 29 ground balls. He wins 59% of his face-offs. Today's struggling a little bit because Boland's been so impressive for the Nationals. But he's a high-volume shooter. He shoots 46%, but that's a big one that they need. He wins the face-off, and then he gets the ball back to nation's best as they look to settle things down here in the third quarter. Nation's best swinging the ball around. Koeman brings it over to Luke Moyne, who looks to dodge. Boland guarding him. Moyne has nothing, goes back underneath. And great defense there. Great defense by Jack Boland, the All-American from Nationals. Ball go back. Looks like Hanks gets the ball, looks to feed inside. Nothing there. Picked up. Nationals with the ball, ends up back in Poet's stick, and they look to clear. Not too much rhythm there for nation's best in that last offensive
Can we get a
possession,
ride back?
Marty. National setting down. It's McMahon with the ball up top. This is a good matchup for the Nationals, and they're going to take advantage of it. It's 10-4, 6 minutes to go in the third. Nationals leading nation's best. McMahon looking, he's trying to feed. Merrick drops the ball. Will be scooped up by nation's best. Picking the ball for nation's best is Theo Peck. He's looking to find something, and now nation's best gets it over to Castillo. He's looking to clear. Can't find Payon. And ball now goes out of bounds back to the Nationals. So right there, nation's best not clearing it. Nationals will have an opportunity to get the ball back on offense. And so just like that, Marty, they have a good stand there in defense, and then they just can't clear it. And now here goes the Nationals. So there's little things in the game which will kill you and end up with the ball on the back end.
Yeah, anyone that's been watching lacrosse this season knows clearing is make or break. So just connecting those passes, getting out of your zone.
There's Boland with a good look finish. There's Lilly again. That's dynamic. See, there's that sweep across from Boland, and then he ends up finding Lilly. Lilly's just been incredible today. That's his 5th goal of the game. Boland with the assist. He's been all over the field, scoring goals, making assists. That's his first assist. So Boland's winning the majority of his faceoffs. He's got 2 goals and assists. Lily's just finding that lefty, as a lefty attackman, he's finding those little sweet spots, and he's just finding the corners there, and he's been automatic anytime he gets the ball.
Yeah, they just have great chemistry.
11-4 Nationals lead, 4:22 to go in the third quarter. Nation's best Ranger Greg with the face-off win, but he's getting hounded by the Nationals. Lucas Gate is all over him. And now nation's best getting the ball here on offense. Looks like the second midfield coming on for nation's best. Trying to get a little bit of a spark here, see what they can do. Luke Moyne with the ball, dodging from the wings, swings it over to Payon. He looks over to Greg. Greg now's carrying, he's guarded by the long pole. Lucas Gade, he dodges on Gade. He's got nothing, gives it to Hanks behind. Hanks with the ball, he's dodging up the right alley, inside roll. Can't find anything. Swings it over to Payon, back over to Ranger. Great defense here by the National. 35 seconds left in the shot clock for nation's best. A quick little dodge and a shot, and it's going to be saved by Poet. Luke Moyne with the shot. A nice bounce shot, but Poet's all over it as Nationals will now clear the ball. Poet gets his 6th save of the game. Flag down on the play. Looks like it's going to be a slash as Bo Benelli, the faceoff guy, also playing a little D-midi, clears the ball. And now Nationals is going to get their first look on man-up offense. This is what you don't want to see, Marty, if you're a nation's best. 11-4, you're down by 7, and you're giving this potent Nationals team a man-up opportunity here.
Yeah, on the positive side, maybe this is a stop that you get that turns things. A big save or a big stop, man down, would be huge.
Nationals passing the ball around the corner, getting into the offense here, a little fake flip, still holding the ball. It's Connor Burton, looks inside and just missed the net. Ball stays with the Nationals. It's going to get picked up by Kane Primanti. Now it's Merrick with the ball. Merrick back at X. Look like improvising a little bit here. Nothing. They're going to swing the ball around. And then a step-in shot.
It's Riley Brennan in goal here in the second half.
By Primanti, and he gets a save as he gets his first save of the second half as Nation's Best tries to clear it. An aggressive ride by the Nationals. Great job of clearing it. Aiden Brennan, he's one of 2 brothers on the team, as he's trying to run away by aggressive defense by Brady Place.
Really like the effort there by 2. Aiden Brennan doing everything he could to clear the ball there. Didn't see a lot of help coming his way and kind of danced out of trouble.
And Nation's Best now trying to play quick on offense, even though down a guy. Looks like they're going to turn the ball over here. Aggressive defense by Nationals actually. And now Nation's Best actually keeps the ball. It's Hanks who's able to keep the ball in. He's dodging. He bounces to his left hand. He's looking to turn the corner. Can't find anything. Great skip pass across.
Oh!
A hammer by Mason Tenenbaum. Tenenbaum gets the goal for Nation's Best.
Wow.
As they just got 6-on-6 offense. Tenenbaum gets the goal. He's 5th on their team in points. That's his 10th goal of the circuit. He's just a shooter. He's got 10 goals. He's got 0 assists. You might think he's an off-ball attackman, Coach Coop, but he's actually a midfielder. Hanks gets his 3rd assist of the game.
That was just a sick play. Hanks was able to track the ball down behind the goal. It looked like he found the shooter on Chestnut Street. And he caught that thing and just stung it high. I would still be chest bumping people over there. So we got to roll that into the next play here.
11-5 lead for Nationals. Bolin wins the face-off. They look to play fast. Lilly with the skip pass goes over the head of the cutting Merrick. Ball's going to get turned over. Under 10 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. And that's going to do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Nationals 11, Nation's Best 5. The Nation's Best able to have a little bit of a sliver there with that last goal by Tenenbaum on the feed from Hanks. 4th quarter, 12 minutes to go. What can Nation's Best do to get back in this game?
I mean, it was 9-2 at half, and what's the score now, Brett?
It's 11-5.
It's 11-5, so definitely a few standout plays there. I think turning saves into successful clears would just be like the first couple bricks they need to put together here. When they do that, they need to support the ball on the offensive end. There are some guys taking risks and kind of going for it and putting their foot on the gas, but sometimes they're running into a double or triple without kind of seeing a teammate supporting them and hearing them. So I would say got to kind of leave it all out here. Whether you touch the ball or not, you should be running around like your hair's on fire. But I think just talking and supporting each other. And again, it comes down to just playing with joy, having fun here.
Yeah, I think what's important is you got to find your guys, and the guys that have been leading you and assisting you and then been the dudes for you over the past couple months. You got to kind of rely on them to make some plays. And if you're Nation's Best, it's like, hey, the one guy's been able to make some plays for them is Hank's behind. You know, he's got a couple assists. I like McKeon, the way that he's been playing, and Koeman. So those guys, you got to find a ball to get in their stick along with Mackey. But it starts off with a face-off exit and being able to scrap and do whatever you can to get the ball, because the Nationals are just potent. And something which is unique for this event is the All-Americans. And Nation's Best only has 2. Calderoni, their goalie in the first half. It's him and then Castillo Foster, a.k.a. Cookie, the defenseman. They're the only 2 All-Americans. Whereas you run down the list for the Nationals, you got Connor Burton, Cooper Lilly, William Glenn, Michael Merrick, Cade McMahon, Jack Bolin. I mean, they have 6 All-Americans out of the 10 that made the team. and Nation's Best has 2 of them. So you got to find a way to stop what they're doing on offense, but at the same point in time, like we said, you got to rely on your guys, who are your best players, to show up in the biggest game. So taking the face-off here to start the 4th quarter is Mackey and Bolin. Mackey wins the clamp, but Bolin then finds the ground ball, and Bolin wins another face-off for the Nationals. He's just been all over the field today, Coach.
Yeah, really impressive, and really on both rosters you're probably seeing a lot of guys you'll be hearing about for years to come at top high school programs and recruiting events and all that. So really cool for us to get an early preview here. And
and too easy right there. Connor Burton ends up stepping in from the outside. He gets a goal, and that was just a little early offense by Nationals. What happens is that Nation's Best is putting a short stick down to start the face-off. They get a little early offense by the Nationals, and Nation's Best is scrambling to try to find a matchup, and Burton makes some play with the goal. Nationals now lead 12-5, 11 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Bo Benelli with another face-off win for the Nationals, as he swings the ball back over to Kane Primanti, who's just running away. He's getting pressured there by Ryan Betts, a defenseman for Nation's Best. As Nationals are looking to subbing here, up 12-5, 10 minutes to go in the 4th quarter of the Circuit Championship 2029 division here at Penn Park. Place with the ball here for Nationals. Swings it back over. It's Golden. He's had a great game. Now in the hands of Primanti to Place. Now it's Burton. Just had the last goal. He's got a short stick on him, so he's going to look to exploit this matchup. Burton has 12 goals on this circuit. He's got 5 assists. It's 4th in the team as he looks to feed. Doesn't see anything. Great cut by Brady Place inside, off-ball movement. He scores. Selly. It is good. Flag down on the play as well. 13-5 Nationals.
Yeah, Brady Place, the hometown kid. We both know him well through his brother Jackson and his family, but they live just across the highway here in downtown South Philly. So I'm sure he has some fans, and Brady has played for the Nationals for a couple years. So I think important to highlight here that this Nationals team, like you said, has been competing and kind of has almost a head start on some of these other national teams. So really the result here is nothing any team should be ashamed of against them. And I know Nation's Best is really chasing them and enthused for the rivalry. But today's result aside, I think really special to watch these guys on both sides.
Yeah, it's pretty cool for a kid like Brady Place, a city kid. He literally, I was joking around with him yesterday if he rode his bike over here to Penn Park to play in the games. As he lives just a couple minutes away on the other side of 76 and the Schuylkill River is where he resides. You get to see the local boy chipping in. It's always great to see when they're able to contribute. Some of these Philly kids that are playing on these national teams, which I think you made a good point, Marty, is the fact that they do play on great collective teams. There's kids that play for 3D Georgia, Next, Annapolis Hawks, Team 91. They play on all these teams, and then they have these opportunities to play on these national teams and programs. Is pretty special.
And I think about you 15 or 16 years playing pro, and you weren't even playing at this age. So again, regardless of the result, these are some really talented and fortunate players, and this is a hell of an opportunity. We would have loved to have it.
Yep. So a good look, but just off the stick by the Nationals. Turns the ball over to Nation's Best. And then with the possession here, Nation's Best looking to clear the ball, and they get the ball on the stick of Kuman.
Got to give a shout out to Mr. Kennard, the OG Kennard just said hello here, Brett.
Yeah, we're gonna broadcast their game next, the 2027 game. Stay tuned myself and Marty will be doing the 2027 championship game between Nation's Best and Nationals as well.
Quint was busy today, so next on the list.
Yeah, he's busy doing the D1 game, so they had to fill us in. This Koeman dodging from X, doesn't have anything. Keeps his head up, swings the ball over. Nation's Best moving the ball around, goes off of Hank's stick. As he tries to keep him balanced, he gets the ball. Nice individual play after missing the initial one. Hank's dodging from behind. Great cut by Koeman, doesn't see it. Keeps his heads up, move, rolls away, nothing there. Good defense by the Nationals as they get the ball behind the X. Dodging behind at X is Luke Moyne. Doesn't see anything, and then picked off by Poet. What a read. Poet, not the biggest guy in the world, but is very good at, as effective at getting the ball. He's got a great stick, and look at that clear right there, and then he gets it up and out. Poet, I'm very impressed by the poise of the young goalie.
Another Philly kid. I think he plays for Freedom or Fusion or one of those clubs. So, yeah, even more clubs on these other teams represented. It's really cool to see the growth of the sport.
Yeah, as you mentioned, a lot of us were talking, we weren't even playing lacrosse this young. We didn't even know lacrosse was a sport, and these kids are so developed and great stick work. You haven't seen many bad passes or bad shots by either team, and credit to Nationals what they've been able to do, but they've just been effective. And even Nation's Best, these are some of the best kids in their grad years across the entire country that are playing here at Penn Park. Oh, and what a look. Oh, and just miss. Incredible look there by Connor Burton, underhand feed. Doesn't see anything, and let's get picked up back to McMahon. He ends up with the ball. McMahon with the goal for the Nationals. He's been all over the field today on the offensive end as far as shooting the ball. That's his 4th goal of the evening. McMahon, him and Lilly are leading the offensive scoring for the Nationals. It's now 14-5, 5:35 to go in the 4th quarter.
Awesome toe drag there. Makes me think he probably plays some box lacrosse and uses that move a lot. But that toe drag right into the goal there was a nice take.
Nothing you can do there if you're the Nation's Best defense, as McMahon's just bigger, stronger, and skilled, and is able to come away with that goal. Now Mackey with the ball, he wins the faceoff, passes it over to Koeman for Nation's Best as they try to get some early offense here. Koeman looking to dodge, rolls again, he gets a shot. It's saved by Poet. Another save by Poet. I got him for 8 on the day so far, up and out, as the Nationals look to clear the ball and to try to get offense. One thing which has been great, Marty, has been, let's see here, it looks like we got a timeout by the Nationals after they got the ball on the offensive end, is seeing some of these refs that are reffing the game. They're refs that we see doing Interact games. So the Interact League in Pennsylvania, the best league for lacrosse, Haverford School, Malvern Prep, Episcopal Academy, Springside Chestnut Hill, Germantown Academy, Penn Charter. These are the same guys. Owen McDonald is doing the game today as a ref. Danny Miles. These are guys that do Interact games for us. Jason McGinn's over on the other field. They do Division I. So not only is this top level talent from the coaches to the players, but you're also getting some of the top refs that are associated in the Philadelphia area as well, which makes this whole experience even better. There's 3 refs on the game today. Usually when you're at a game, Marty, there's 2 refs, and you're actually getting 3, and I think that helps as well, and then they see every single play, and there's nothing really for the coaches to complain about when you have 3 refs on the game.
That's a great point. Really classy of you to know the refs, first of all, Brett, and then recognize them. So I think important for all of our listeners kind of heading into the summer season, that the refs are always doing the best they can, and we need them to keep this game growing. So for our players and coaches and parents to just make sure we're treating those referees respectfully and kind of playing our part this summer as we get into the summer season, I think is a nice reminder.
So 4:41 here to go in the 4th quarter. Nationals 14, Nation's Best 5. There's a reason why the Nationals 29 coaching staff got the coaching staff of the year. I think this is pretty evident. When you can combine this offense with that defense, great success. And the guy leading the charge, Lou Gonzalez, started the Nationals program. He's the head coach for this team, and they're dialed in. Beforehand, they're warming up. They're very, very diligent, very military-like.
No lack of swag over there, too.
No.
A lot of swag.
Nope, a lot of swag, and they play like it. And as a result, these kids are getting coached up. They look professional. They got great uniforms, matching helmets. They're sharp, and they're ready to go. And there's a reason why they're gonna win this championship and finish undefeated. I think kudos to that coaching staff and the program.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to give those guys their flowers. This has been really impressive, and they're the leaders in the clubhouse as we look for a whole nother year.
Here comes Nation Best trying to push the ball. It's Payon, doesn't see anything as Nationals comes back. Yep, a slip down the Quinn. Mackey misses the ball, and the ball goes out of bounds. Poet with a great job of backing it up. And National, it's just been the way the day's been for Nation's Best. You get a shot, you got 2 attackmen there, and you don't back the ball up, you get beat by the goalie. 3:13 to go here in the fourth quarter. Nationals over Nation's Best. Horner with the ball for Nationals. They look to push it. Lilly trying to feed Merritt, cutting. It's Cookie with the ball for Nation's Best. He tries to force it up the field. Tough pass. Finally, look like it's picked up by Thomas Perkins of Nation's Best. We got a flag down on the play. It's Payon. He sees Quinn. He has opportunities if he pushes a 2-on-1. He feeds it. We got to turn the corner. Shot and goal by Aiden Steiner. He's able to turn the corner. Steiner gets the goal there on the assist by Mackey.
Yeah, nice to see those guys connect and make the simple finish there. I really like the one more pass by Mackey, who's obviously a total beast, but he's kind of leaving it all on the field here. Nice one more, and 42 making sure they got the finish.
Yeah, Steiner with a nice little hitch to improve his angle, get a nice shot off on Poet, who's been excellent all day. 14-6, Nationals 2:08 to go. Yeah, Mackey's been all over the field for Nation's Best, taking face-offs, playing offense, defense, and that's a nice little simple push in transition, realizing it, a 2-on-1, and getting a scoring opportunity there. So there's a man-up face-off. Ranger Greg wins it for Nation's Best. They're man up right now with the penalty still being served by Nationals. Rangers trying to push it. It sees Kumin, and they're going to set up their man-up offense. 1:45 to go in the game. 14-6, Nationals over Nation's Best. Kumin with the ball. He swings it over. Mackey back on the field. They got their man up here. Over to Hanks. Back to Mackey. To Kumin up top. To McKeon. Theo Peck with the ball now. There's McKeon. A nice cut and a goal by Hanks. What a feed. This time I think it's a reverse. It was Hanks that was hooking up. Hanks that was hooking up McKeon, and now McKeon returns the favor and gives it to a cutting Hanks. 14-7 Nation Bets. If they could just play man up, they would be incredible. That's they're 3 for 3 in the man up right now. Great possession there by the offense for Nation's Best. .112 to go here in the game. 14-7. It's going to be face-off violation on Benelli. Goes early for Nation's Best. Mackey with the ball for Nation's Best. Great defense by Place. Nation's Best swings the ball back around. It's Perkins with it. He gets doubled. The ball ends up in the stick of Poet. Poet just chucks the ball down the field and ends up getting picked up by Betts. Betts just swings it up. Now scooping it up for Nation's Best is Jackson Stebbings. He gets pushed but no call. Place picks it up for Nationals. Pushing it is Cooper Lilly. He steps in and scores again. Wow. Cooper Lilly, he is a one-man wrecking crew.
Yeah, a little exclamation point there from Lilly. He definitely could have pulled it out and iced it and said, no, you know what? I'm gonna put one more in.
One more. What's one more when you're already at 5 and then you get 6? So Lily leading all goal scorers is 6th goal of the game. 15-7, 30 seconds to go here in the game. It's going to be a timeout. They bring him in, but what a performance.
2 goals and an assist. Truman chipping in with 1 goal and an assist. But Maggie with a nice individual effort. He had 2 goals, Tatum another goal for them as well. So, if you're nation's best, you have your head up. You're the 3rd seed coming in.